Hello heroes, Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and welcome to the first of two parts to my top 12 class order halls little video series. This is going to go and tour all 12 class order halls and rank them from what I think is the worst to what I think is the first. I can rhyme. If I can rhyme, you can do it too. So anyways, we're going to go based on a number of criteria, the design, taking in multiple factors into that, music, color, just how it looks. It's going to weigh pretty heavily how it looks, because you want your place to look cool. And this is all based on my own opinion and no one else's. I'm not going to pick based on my class favoritism or anything like that, just what I generally find appealing. If you disagree with any of my choices, you're welcome to let me know below. There's going to be ease of navigation. Is it easy to find what you're looking for in your class order hall? And then finally, how does it fit into the class aesthetic or the class lore? Does it fit? Does it scream? For example, Shaman. Does this say Shaman when I'm on my Shaman? Or does it say generic building where Shamans hang out? Well, we'll see how it's decided. So without further ado, here is the first half, numbers 12 through 7. And just another side note, I think Blizzard did an amazing job on all of these class halls. I don't hate any of them. I think they're all pretty sweet. I just like some more than others, and some just stand out more than others for various reasons. So enough chit chat. Let's get into it. Number 12. Okay, so we start this little countdown of the top 12 class order halls with, to no one's surprise, the Death Knight. Now, it kind of isn't fair, but it is what it is. They were the first to ever have a class order hall back when it was just a little base of operations. They got theirs when the class was released back in Wrath of the Lich King. It's still the same with a few slight changes and variances. NPCs might be in a slightly different location, but they do have going for them something that I a little envy with a lot of the other classes, or I think the other classes are lacking, is they have one of the cooler ways to get to their class order hall. They do have a special teleport, but it's not just a teleport, it's actual gate that summons. It kind of sticks out in the world. It's very nice. So when you first get here, one thing I noticed I haven't played a Death Knight too much, is you don't seem to have the run speed that you had. I don't know if that was taken away prior to Legion or not. Someone can tell me, but also to go with that, you can mount up in here now. They do have that going for them. The aesthetic it's very Death Knight. It's a necropolis, floating necropolis of sorts. It was the Lich King's base of operations. Everything fits. You have different specs. When you open your map, it looks pretty simple. It's nice and round with little sections here. There is 2 different floors. Actually, there might be 3, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if there's still 3 or not. But you have your sections cordoned off into specs. You have your frost. And over there is the, let's use the thing here. You have your unholy. Almost forgot what it was called. And then you have your blood section. In all very, very excellent aesthetic. They were first. They are the blueprint by which all the other classes get a class hall. They do have the second floor, which turn around. It's actually pretty easy to navigate, so don't judge me on the fact that I got turned around twice now. Oh geez. Facepalm of the Year award goes to Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends. So, you go over this little beam here and you get into the heart of Arcarus. And Arcarus is now over the Broken Shore. It's not in the same place as it was before. So you have your rune forges. This was, I think, used to be a rune forge. It's been converted into the Soul Forge, which is used for your artifact weapon. You got your training pit here where you can use your training dummies and get better and cooler. So there's that. That's the Death Knights. It's not their fault, but they actually have had one for many expansions now, so they don't really get to be too upset. They're just, the other classes are finally catching up. The only sad part is the other classes have newer and better. So let's jump into the next one. And coming in number 11, we have the Warlock. Sorry, Warlock fans, you guys have, for me, the most head-scratchiest class overhaul. I mean, it's not ugly, it definitely fits the class spec. What's going on here? Oh, totally thought this Blood Elf was coming out to kill me. Sorry, got a little distracted there. I'll explain when we get into the class order hall proper. But to find your class order hall, it is marked on your map. We don't have a teleport of any kind to get you there. You actually have to get there through Dalaran, one of the mini classes that ends up you have to go to Dalaran to get to your class hall. So it's just to the right of the stairs leading up to the right of the Citadel. So you go down to sewers. Say hello to Classic Larry. What's up, Classic Larry? He's just chilling, being as classic as he is. And then as soon as you come out, you see a portal, and that's definitely where you need to go. Don't worry about the rest of the sewers unless you're really into that PvP. So here we are in the Dreadscar Rift. Now, there is some caveats to this place. It is definitely very Warlocky. It fits the class theme perfectly. It's got demons, it's got pets, fel and fire and all the different cool magical colors, the rocks. It's very theme appropriate. My problem with the place, and maybe if you're here more frequently, it probably won't be such a way, but if you're a first-time Warlock, your first time here, I'm telling you, you're gonna get lost. You got some cool stuff. You got the Void area over here where the Void Walkers chill out. This is probably my favorite area in the entire Warlock location. Here's your little standard. I'm hoping all the classes get some cool standards like this. Maybe you guys will get one you can summon, because you guys are to summon things anyways. Lots of rocks, formations that look very similar. So I'm on this side, but I totally have no idea what the purpose of a lot of this is. I mean, I guess it's just location. Like, oh, here's an imp rock, and then you got your jailers and various things. You know, you go around this sort of figure 8-esque place. Over here is what we got? We got succubi hanging out, and you got your guards all over the place. Training dummy. Finally found the training dummy for the Warlocks. I had no idea it was just a random noon chained. It's no like kind of mark location. You got your skulls, you know, Warlocks like skulls, so you get that. Coming underneath the main pass, which leads to like sort of the center focal point of the place. You got the books, where I guess you could say it's your Warlock library of sorts. I'm sure there's going to be lots of quests for you guys to enjoy here. So then I guess you'll hang around. I'm sorry I had to open the map a lot because this place is, like I said, quite confusing. It's the main factor. It's not very easy to navigate. I'm sure through time that will change. My second favorite place is the main center area of, you've got your little felt pool. This is where you forge your artifact weapon. You got the demon that used to run this place. He sees the Overlord of Dreadscar. You got his heart. And you got Doomguard floating up there. More crystals and bell and all that stuff. So, other than the fact that the design is great, ease of navigation's pretty cool, and it fits the class lore, it's just really hard to navigate. I'm sure you Warlocks will attune to it pretty quickly though. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. And number 10, we have the Monk. And the Monks, well, it's not the place they had before. They used to have that little peak in Pandaria. It was a little bit of a surprise to me as I did the Artifact quest line and we got to go to our new location. So you still get there the same way you did before, it's just the spell's location has changed. So you do get a cool portal with the monk, but it's not enough to kind of push it further down. So let's explore. Nature's End Pilgrimage. Nice little animation, looks really cool. I'm at one with the right, peace. And yes, we are in the Wandering Isle. When I said that the Warlock was quite confusing to navigate, number one confusing area, it's probably the biggest order hall because it is the full Wandering Isle that you got when you started a Pandering. Like, it's all completely open to you. It's kudos to Blizzard for finding a way to get you back here. That was cool. I definitely like the feel and look of the place just a little bit more than the Warlock. There's more variation, more color. It is nighttime here. I think every time I've come here it's night. Hopefully that changes. But you got, you got portals, and I don't really want to get lost on the Wandering Isle because, hey, it's the Wandering Isle. I don't want to wander. So you enter. You're at the Temple of the Five Dawns, which is sort of a central point where most of your class order hall stuff kind of like focuses around the Temple of the Five Dawns. If you want to go out and explore and kill stuff, you can. I don't really know if enemies scale to you out here. Right down here is your table. It's out in, I don't know why it's outside. I guess yeah, we'll just have the table outside. You've got a nice little inn here. This is where Lily's dad chills out. Chongpo. Sometimes Lily's here. This dude looked like Chen for a second, but it's not. White Pandering look alike. No offense. Oh, we got a troll monk now walking around. We got a blood elf. Oh, here's your vendor.
Choose wisely.
Your monk gear. That's what you're gonna get it at.
Salama Ashalamore.
And yeah, you can mount here. Not every class can mount in their class, but you know what? I think there's only like a small handful that cannot mount in that class order hall. You got gates going out to the various places. So if you want to RP, this is probably, as a monk, you've got the dream going for you here. It's definitely vibrant and colorful. That's why it sits at number 10. And moving on to number 9. Here we are, number 9, the Hunter. Now, I have one big gripe with the Hunter. It's not enough to push it further down the list, because I do like quite a few things about it. But my gripe with the class order hall for the Hunter is, as far as I can tell, there is no way to get here other than via a flight path.
What can I do for
there's
you?
No flying in the expansion, getting to your class order hall, especially from Dalaran, it's going to take some doing. Maybe further along in the quest line, you'll get a quick and easy way to get you here. So far, the quickest way, and only way, is through a long flight path to get you there.
Safe travels.
I didn't want to put you guys through the flight path, so this is the True Shot Lodge. It's a hunting lodge at the peak of a mountain in High Mountain. Only hunters can get here, and they're the only ones who can see the access point. I'm wondering how it's going to work when flying eventually does open up, because some of these places are in the overworld, so other classes are just going to be able to like kind of land in, or they're just going to get attacked by the guards. Not sure yet. It's very rustic, for a word, I guess I could say. You got your very like tribute to the different types of animals, communing with nature and stuff like that. I guess this path actually you could probably walk up here if you want. Yeah, you could definitely walk up here.
We must all do our duty.
Why did? What was that? Oh, for a quick second I thought that was Anduin. I don't know why. Just go with me on it. Had the blonde hair and stuff was going on. I was like, King Rin is here. What's going on? So, it's got great aesthetic. I love the look, the feel. It's like you're out in the woods preparing for a hunt. Various tents. And this guy's is Gedra from Outland, as he says. But he's really liking this place. Yeah, various famous hunters in various locations. Lots of stable type things where you can see animals being tended to and raised. This seems to be a nice little gladiator's sanctum. So I'm guessing this is where you could do pet battles. No? Oh, these are members of. Oh, these are hunters. This little fighting ring here. The hunters can duel in. So coming around the lodge, you see more things. Leatherworking is pretty popular with hunters because they work with leather because they skin animals. Well, if you wanted to go down that profession, but using the animals that they hunt in every way is cool. Oh yeah, they've got a pretty cool looking training dummy. I'm liking it. It's actually looks like targets. I'm gonna give them bonus for that. It's pretty sweet. And a Beastmaster. Is there more training dummies?
I need to get closer.
Oh, this is like the boss level ones, like for raids and stuff. Not close enough? Not sure. I guess. Oh, maybe there's a bug on that one. It's beta. And then when you enter the hall proper, over here, you have the Altar of the Eternal Hunt. That is where you forge your artifact. Some really cool bows on the wall, and then also heads of famous things that were hunted. Some of you could probably name a lot of these things. I'll leave that to you because a lot of it I wouldn't be able to say. I mean, it'd be really cool if they like gave you, like when you moused over it, you get like, oh, this is this person. Then you have some really cool, epic, and amazing bows. My pets are still going to town out there. And over here, your scouting map. This is True Shot Lodge, the Hunter Class Order Hall, and it, as I said, is number 9. And here at number 8, we have the Druid. Now the Druids, I was a little surprised that they got what they got for a Class Order Hall. It's actually pretty sweet. I thought they were going to get stuck with Moonglade at first. I thought, oops, that's not it. Sorry. There it is. So yeah, I thought they were going to be given Moonglade, but they went the extra mile and gave them something pretty cool. And I was, if you watch my Druid Fangs of Shaman artifact video, you will see that I thought they were getting the first place, but we'll use their cool little portal, and it's got a nice cool animation too. You know, you've got the moon kind of fills up because you're about to go to sleep. It'd be really cool if your body stayed here. It's like, oh no, my body. So I thought this just look at this place. Okay, I'm not a Tauren, sorry. Look at this place. I'm like, I've got the graphics all the way up, so the flowers, just let me turn off the things. The flowers, the field of flowers looks so good. That is amazing. Back into the grass here. Wow. I mean, when you get up close, it's a little pixelated, but I mean, when you're flowing through it like that, it is intense. Now, this isn't even the Order Hall. Like, I wanted this to be the Order Hall. This was everything I could have dreamed of, no pun intended. But their actual Order Hall is further in. Let's just get on a mount, and so you're looking here. This is the Emerald Dreamway, and as you can see, it's being attacked by the Nightmare over in that corner over there. Now, what's really cool is you can use the Emerald Dreamway to get to various locations. So basically, the Druids have a quick way to get to quite a lot of places around the World of Warcraft. You've got Faralas, Moonglade, Duskwood, the Hinterlands, Mount Hyjal, Grizzly Hills, and then the Dream Grove, which is your actual Class Order Hall. Bonus points to Blizzard for tying in the world portals. It's like, hey, here's basically all those giant portals you used to see where the dragons would pop out in vanilla and in future expansions. A+ job there, Blizzard. So the Dream Grove, their actual Class Order Hall, it's really cool. It's very, very naturey. I definitely think the Oh, whoa. I didn't realize I was going to get stuck in the water there. I think the Druids have a very... Look, they've got a barrow dens. Oh, that's awesome. So they have a nice little prison here, which they will keep stuff in, and I'm sure there's going to be someone that breaks out for a quest line. I'd totally do it if I were designing this place, or this game. It is... You know, I complained about the Warlocks. I'm gonna keep referring back to that because that was one of my points of contention. But the reason why I'm not complaining so much about the Druids is because the place, it looks amazing. You've got your moon wells, Sister Lilith. She's a recruiter, so I'm guessing she sends you into. It must be. She's recruiting for something. You've got really cool Druid dudes walking around, nice little buildings. The architecture is fantastic. I remember when I did the quest line, I saw Lunara running around here somewhere. The vistas, actually, in this place exists on the overworld too. It doesn't say earlier in the beta; it actually said Druids only. So, like the hunters, I'm wondering if you'll be able to just kind of fly in here once flying is unlocked. You've got your trees of life, you know, your big gigantic famous night elves got to have the tree ancients to help them in Warcraft 3 and so on. I don't maybe it's a color palette thing that caused the Warlock one to get me lost, but I don't feel like I could get lost here. Maybe I just don't mind getting lost here. This place looks great. Druids, Blizzard, excellent job on nailing the Druid fantasy here. So, and then right here's your scouting map. We should go to, where is it at? Is it further in? I think so. Oh yeah, it's back here. So, when you like talk to the famous Druids, you got Keeper Remulos. Used to chill with you at Moonglade. Used to be like, hey, what up? Keeper Remulos, how you doing? It's like, hey, Keeper Remulos, what's up, bro? And up here is a Seed of Ages, and this is where you do your artifact weapon. It's nice. It's not in any like visible point. Actually, let me expand that for you guys. It's not in any like major like geographical like, oh, you know it's there. It's just a bunch of little pathways. But like I said, amazing color palette, amazing fantasy come to life. Still would have preferred the Dreamway itself, though. But beggars can't be choosers. Alright, so let's move on to number 7. And for number 7, and the final one for this half of the Class Order Hall's top 12, we have the Shaman. The Shamans have a place that I'm pretty sure everyone saw that they were going to get. They have the Maelstrom. Well, to be precise, they have the Heart of Azeroth. That's what it's actually called, but it's located in the Maelstrom. There is no portal to get you there. You do have to take the portal. Well, I mean, there is a portal to get you there, but it's not one that you can activate at will. You do have to take the portal in Dalaran, which, you see, it's marked on your map, right by Crassus Landing, or right in Crassus Landing. See, portal to the Maelstrom. Cool little floating magma ball screen there. It's actually quite small. It's very compact Class Order Hall. They didn't use all of the real estate of the Maelstrom, which I was kind of hoping they would. Kind of one reason why I would say it's as high up on the list as it is. It would be further down, I think, if they used the feature that I have thinking in my head. So, like, just picture it this way. They spread out some of these things a little bit more, put them on some of the various islands, and they use, like, sort of shaman wind abilities or wind magic to kind of transport you between islands, kind of like they did during the Deathwing fight, where you were like, oh, I'm gonna jump to the other side using wind stuff. Yeah, sounds cool, right? But they didn't do that, so you get stuck in one little branch. It's all convoluted and such. Still really cool though. Definitely fits the shaman aesthetic. It's got all your elements kind of raging. You know, you've got your fire, and then I think over here is the wind. Cool, yeah. And then, oh, wait, let's stop and take a look at the Maelstrom. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty sweet. Oh, and right here is your elemental altar. You'll forge your artifact weapon. Over here is the frost or water area where the healing and frost elements come together. I think we're actually at the bottom of the border hallway. Can I get further in? Let's see. Does not look like it. I can, but I don't really see what I would want to for. Okay, so that's this end of the Orc Hall. There's another section out here, which is kind of the outside entrance, even though when you come in the center. But there is a quick way to get there. Let's see. No. I mean, there is a quick way to get there, but I'm going to do it the cool way, where you can see the cool little graphic of the Maelstrom proper. So, yep, you can actually jump into the Maelstrom, but it won't take you to Deep Home as I thought it would when I first tried. It does give you a quick glance at the loading screen, but then it just shoots you out on the southern tip of your class order hall, which is where you'll find your training dummies. This place is definitely very Shaman-esque, communing with the elements. It fits in the lore. It's the perfect place for them. I mean, it really couldn't be anywhere else. I think Blizzard did a bang-up job with this one. The music you don't really hear too well. I think it's mainly because, well, the elements are kind of like, you know, raging and stuff. Oh, up here's something really cool. Let me get there. There's a guy here that this puzzle master low. I totally thought he was well, he may be a monk. He is levitating and floating there, but he puzzles me. I mean, I guess he's a shaman. Yeah, I guess he is a shaman. He's meditating like a monk, so it confused me. But I guess you could say this is maybe he'll have some. Well, let's click him and find out.
Tell me of your travels.
Oh, so he's got something cool. Harmony with the elements, questions and stuff for shamans. You shamans have fun with that. Maybe I'll do a video on that if that's worth it. But this has been the first half of the top 12 class order halls in World of Warcraft Legion. And part 2 we'll go from 6 to 1 and finish off the ranking. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and if you disagree with the first 6 that I've placed in the ranking, please let me know in the comments below and tell me why it should have been higher, because everyone loves lists. So see you guys in the next one. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.